Long ago, before roads were made, and before iron tools existed, the world was covered in thick forests. Tall trees stood so close together that sunlight barely touched the ground. The land was quiet, heavy, and difficult to cross. The people lived in small villages at the edge of the forest. They dreamed of traveling farther, finding new land to farm and building stronger homes. But every path they tried to take was blocked. Their wooden tools broke easily and their hands were not strong enough to clear the way. Each day the people struggled. Farmers could not reach fertile land. Traders could not carry goods to other villages. Travelers were afraid to enter the forest, unsure if they would ever find their way back. At night, the elders gathered the villagers together. They spoke of their worries and fears. "We are trapped," one elder said. "We have the will to move forward, but we lack the power." The people looked toward the sky and the forest beyond. They prayed for guidance, for strength, and for a path that would lead them into a better future. As the villagers' prayers faded into the night, the forest began to change. The wind grew still, and the air felt heavy, as if the land itself was listening. From deep within the trees, a steady sound echoed. Clang, clang. It was the sound of metal touching earth. The trees slowly parted, and a powerful figure stepped forward. It was Ogun, the Orisha of iron and labor. His presence was calm but strong, like a mountain that could not be moved. In his hands he carried tools made of shining iron, stronger than anything the people had ever seen. Ogun did not speak at first. He looked at the forest, the broken paths, and the tired faces of the villagers. He understood their struggle without being told. At last he spoke in a deep, steady voice. "You wish to move forward," he said. "But progress demands effort, discipline, and respect." The villagers knelt in awe. They had prayed for help, and help had come, not as a miracle, but as a guide. In today's video, let's not forget to like, comment, and subscribe so we can continue our adventure together. Every like and comment helps us grow, and we can't wait to share more amazing content with you. Let's go back to our video. When Ogun finished speaking, the forest was no longer silent. The ground beneath the villagers' feet trembled, not with fear, but with weight, like something ancient had shifted its stance. Ogun struck the earth with his staff, and the sound rang sharper than stone on stone. From the soil rose dark veins of metal, dull but strong, as if the land itself were offering its bones. "Do not fear this gift," Ogun said. "Iron is not gentle, but it is honest. Treat it with care and it will serve you." The people hesitated at first. No one stepped forward. Then a young blacksmith, who until then had only shaped wood and bone, knelt beside the metal. His hands shook as he touched it, but it did not burn him. It was cool. Ogun showed them how to build hotter fires, how to shape iron with patience instead of force. He did not do the work for them. He guided their hands once, then stepped back. "Strength earned lasts longer than strength given," he said. Days passed, then weeks. Axes no longer shatter against tree trunks. Blades cut clean paths through tangled roots. When the work was done, Ogun turned to leave. "You will remember me," he said, not in words, but in labor. And with that, he disappeared into the trees, leaving behind the ring. As seasons turned, the villagers celebrated their bond with the land, gathering around the fire to share stories of Ogun and the lessons learned. The iron they once revered became a symbol of responsibility rather than dominance. Children grew up knowing the whispers of the forest, understanding that every tree felled was a life given, and every seed planted was a promise kept. Villagers forged a new path that honored the past while nurturing the future. They crafted tools not just for survival, but for harmony, forging deeper connections with one another and the earth. Each blade they forged carried the legacy of Ogun. Long after Ogun walked back into the forest, the people no longer feared the trees. Roads of packed earth cut through what had once been endless shadow. Villages stood where roots and thorns once ruled. Iron tools hung above doorways darkened by time, their edges worn smooth by generations of hands. But iron, like fire, remembered its purpose. As the seasons passed, the people grew skilled, and then confident, and then careless. Trees fell faster than new ones could grow. Rivers changed their paths. The forest that had once been a barrier began to shrink, and with it something unseen withdrew. One year the iron failed. Axes dulled too quickly. Plow blades cracked in the soil. Fires burned unevenly no matter how hot they were fed. The elders gathered, troubled, and spoke in quiet voices. "We have forgotten the lesson one said. Ogun taught us how to use iron, not how to rule with it." That night, the youngest among them dreamed of a figure standing at the forest's edge. Iron glowed at his feet, but his hands were empty. "Strength without respect breaks itself," the figure said. When the villagers woke, they found the forest unchanged, but themselves were not. They began to work differently. They replanted where they cut. They forged only what they needed. They taught their children that iron was a promise, not a weapon of pride. And slowly the tools held true again. From that time on, every new blade was tested not only by how well it cut, but by how wisely it was used. And the people remembered that Ogun did not leave them iron to conquer the world, but to walk through it with